Gente, boa tarde, bem-vindos a mais um treinamento. Hoje a gente vai falar de uma rede de hotéis, de alguns hotéis da rede Viceroy, que já é bem conhecido de vocês. A gente tem certeza que vai ser super produtivo, que vocês vão adorar. Registrem-se no YouTube agora, tá? Que a gente está transmitindo, espelhando no YouTube. E hoje a gente vai falar dos hotéis maravilhosos Viceroy de Chicago, Snowmass e Washington DC, com os respectivos diretores dessas propriedades que vão se apresentar. Então, bem-vindos, aproveitem. E agora eu passo a palavra para o meu partner Maurício, que vai falar para o mercado espanhol, que também está nos assistindo. Manda.
Hola a todos. Bueno, queríamos agradecerles su atención y su participación en este entrenamiento de los hoteles Viceroy. Vamos a contar con la palabra de los tres directores de ventas. David Katz, director de Sales and Marketing del Viceroy Chicago. Pam Smith, de Viceroy Snowmass, y Kate Thompson, Area Director of Sales de Viceroy Washington DC. Y nos van a contar de las novedades, de aperturas, fechas. Bueno, pueden ir haciendo preguntas a través del chat de YouTube. Y ahora los dejamos entonces con David, quien va a ser el primero en comenzar con la presentación. So David, now you're officially introduced with the audience, and you can start with your presentation now.
Some updates on the Viceroy Chicago, and I think I'll provide you these updates. If you have any questions throughout, let me know, and we can kind of go from there. I'm from Chicago, pretty much born and raised here, so I can tell you where the best hot dog establishments are and the best steakhouses in Chicago and the best deep dish pizzas. So when you come here, please let me know, and we'd love to provide you with that information as well. As we started off the presentation, I headed to the Cedar Hotel. On the original grounds of the hotel, we took the facade, the terracotta, as well as the bricks off that old Cedar Hotel and stored them during Viceroy Chicago. And we built the Viceroy Chicago as it is today, standing right here, utilizing those bricks and terracotta. So again, we have that Chicago history right here, as you can see, and then we have our tower that stands on top of our lobby and our restaurant as well. So lots of exciting stuff. And we're right here in the Gold Coast. You can see on this picture, Lou Malnati's deep dish pizzas right here. And then we got our steakhouses and fine dining restaurants within, all located in the Gold Coast. And of course, you got your shopping on Oak Street, which is the Rodeo Drive of California as well. So as we talked about our location, in the heart of everything, you know, situated right here on the Gold Coast, you can walk to the beach, you can walk to all the shopping. It's spectacular during these during this environment that we're currently in. We go through the hotel, you'll see many different room types that we room. Throughout Viceroy, you're going to feel the same flavor in every guest room that you go into. We took a lot of Chicago inspiration and Illinois inspiration and incorporated those into our guest rooms as well. The pillow is one of my favorite pieces in the room. It's actually the Thunderbird logo of the Potawatomi Indian Illinois, which is pretty unique to us. And so we try to create that local flavor once our guests are in Chicago, and then they see the entire rooms here. From a Viceroy King, we have our Deluxe Queen, which are great for families. They connect to 100 square feet. Our next room type from there is our Lakeview, which is absolutely fantastic. A straight shot down Elm Street, which you get an unobstructed view of the lake, and you see the John Hancock Center. It really speaks Chicago. when we go through our rooms here too, you'll see all our room types, the same feel. So again, everyone gets that same luxury accommodations here as well. This is one of my favorite rooms, especially during the summertime. It's our junior terrace suite. Is one of our few rooms here that actually have skyline too, which is absolutely just amazing. And this is my favorite room by far. It's our, other than the penthouse, our Viceroy Lakeview suite, situated on the corner of the building. You have unobstructed views of the water as well as the city, and it really takes you into Chicago, and you feel like you're emerged into the city environment here. One thing throughout the Viceroy Chicago, we have very large, oversized bathrooms. This is from our junior suite. I'll show you a picture of our bathroom in a second. It's our standard rooms as well, but they're all very generously sized. So the door is not binging into the bathroom or to the toilet. You have your space, which is really nice as well. And of course, here is our penthouse suite, my favorite. And again, you have that corner king, and then there's a a queen bedded room that have two queens in the other room, which is absolutely fantastic for families, or if you just want to have some additional space. And then this is the penthouse bathroom here as well. So you have that definitely added space, which is absolutely fantastic. And then when I started the presentation, you saw in the background we had the Cedar Hotel sign behind me. This is actually it lit up and looked a little bit more beautiful as well. We're actually reopening tomorrow, so we're excited for our relaunch. But throughout the property, we have very unique venues. If there's any groups that are coming in of 10 or more, let us know. As if we have some private dining options, as well as some great rooftop options as well. So during the summer months, a rooftop pool is absolutely fantastic. And then, we also have the meeting space for different groups here as well, which are great. And this is Studio East here. And Studio West. As we scroll down here, this is this summer we're going to be doing yoga classes out here. It's connected to our ballroom space, but again, if we don't have the meetings going on, we will utilize this space for yoga, which is pretty awesome as well. So we're definitely looking forward to that starting next week as well. And that's going to be complimentary for our guests. And then we do tons of weddings here as well. So here's our Cedar Ballroom. Again, the outdoor terrace is right there, so it works out. Our fitness center, full service right there in the hotel, complimentary to our guests as well, which is really popular as well. Devereaux, as I mentioned, is currently closed, but our rooftop pool area is open. We set the chairs with appropriate social distancing right now as well. So, we're abiding by the guidelines that the city has selected as well. And you have a great view from up here, just of the whole entire city. And I think it did a realistic job at the hotel, and it's definitely something that we're really proud of as well. Are there any questions? I know my internet.
David, we will do the questions in the end of the presentations. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you for your.
Elizabeth, I'm with the Viceroy Snowmass. I'm assuming I've probably emailed a few of you quite a few times, as I've actually been with the property now a little over 8 years. Started in reservations, and I'm now the manager of leisure sales. So let's see here. Here we go. Is that switching? Okay. So now the layout of the area, some of y'all are probably familiar, but it's one lift ticket gives you access to 4 different mountains. Snowmass actually has more terrain than the other 3 mountains combined. So if you have a family with a diverse ski level, some are entry level, some are more advanced, Snowmass will be the only mountain that you'll be able to ski something where your children can go do an easy lesson, someone else can go do a double black, and then you can also meet for lunch. Also, the closest airport to us is the Aspen Airport. You can see that right here. And we do provide complimentary transfers to and from. And it's just a 10-minute drive from our front door to the Aspen Airport. So very convenient if you're able to fly in direct. So the property itself, we actually, it was our 10-year anniversary last year in 2019. And we had just completed a full property renovation at that time. I have 3 different dining outlets. So Cafe V, which is great for grab and go breakfast items, pastries that are all made in-house, and Illy coffee, so high-end coffee. Then you have Toro, which this is your après ski lounge. You can see the bar in the background. It's more of a high-end Latin Pan-Asian cuisine. It's a Richard Sandoval concept restaurant. Now the area too, so we're just across the street from the brand new Base Village area. Some of y'all probably are familiar with this as well. You don't see us in the rendering, but we're just on the other side of this building here. So just about a 5-minute walk from our front door. It's a $600 million project. So you have ice skating, you have brand new restaurants, you have brand new shopping, you have a kids discovery center, which is right here as well. Additional bars, there's live opera music that's going on constantly as well. So a lot going on here. So the nice thing about our location is you're not in it because there is a lot of activity. So you get some peace and quiet by staying with us, but then you can be in the middle of the action within a matter of just a few minutes from our front door. We are ski and ski out off of Ashley Hill lifts. You can see our lift here. These are 2 infinity 18 people hot tubs with 180-degree views of all of Snowmass. It's just gorgeous. And this is actually Nest. So that's our bar, and you can see some tables out here too. That's our 3rd dining outlet. It's your more, you've got more casual dining options, more affordable dining options from hummus and burgers and tacos, all that good stuff. We do also have a full service ski valet on property, and it's affiliated with the skiing company, which is really nice. So once they check in, we hand them their lift ticket. They head downstairs that night in their slippers. We get them sized, warm their boots for them, and then they're ready to hit the slopes the next morning. We also have a full service spa on property as well. And it's extraordinary. It's actually the only space in the hotel that has not been renovated. And you can see why. It's just gorgeous. You have 8 different treatment rooms. We do have a full service fitness center that now has views of the slopes and then the poolside view over here as well. Peloton bikes, all brand new equipment. We can also arrange for one-on-one personal trainer if that's something of interest as well. So what's new? We do actually now, we have Juliana Castro who's working with us. She's fluent in Spanish and Portuguese. And then she also helps with all the concierge needs. So the nice thing is she's like a one-stop shop. She will help you book the room, find the right room that's appropriate for your clients, the right promotion. And then after you've booked the room, you'll able to continue conversations with her about booking their restaurants and all of their other needs from the ski valet and everything like that. Very kid-friendly, especially in comparison to the Aspen area. We've got the Ice Age Discovery Center, you have the new kids game room. The Treehouse is where the children's ski school is located. That's just across the street as well over in Base Village. Summer 2, the Lost Forest Adventure Center. So you can see the coaster over here. A lot of on-mountain activities that we didn't have actually a little over 2 years ago. So all of our units, I have 169 rooms, all newly renovated as of last winter as well. Everything from a studio residence to a 4-bedroom suite. We do also have some 3-bedroom penthouses as well. That'll be a more elevated kind of decor. All of them, we refer to them as residences because they all have residence style amenities. So you'll have at least an efficiency style kitchen, a washer dryer and a balcony in all of our 1-bedrooms and up. And then in our 2-bedrooms and up, you start to have a full-size kitchen and then your dining room tables over here as well. That is part of our new decor package as well. And there's an example of your full kitchen. So you have a 4-burner range. We can pre-stock their fridge for them as well so they don't have to go shopping, even though our grocery store is just across the street. And we do provide complimentary transfers throughout Snowmass. So this is our 3-bedroom penthouse. You can see it's kind of an elevated decor package. We now actually do have a 2-bedroom, 2-bedroom style units that we refer to as our 2-bedroom premium units. And they will have a decor package. Yes.
Sorry, you are not going through the presentation. We are just in look at the first slide. Okay. Can you, does something switch over now? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know why it went to that. I'm so sorry.
Please just speak a bit slowly because we can't understand everything, okay? Please. Thank you.
Of course. So I'm so sorry. So this is the Base Village area that I was talking about, the ice skating rink that's just across the street from us with the live après. Then you have our poolside area, those 2 infinity hot tubs, and then the Assay Hill slope that we are ski and ski out off of, so you can see how close we are. The full service ski valet that I was referring to earlier as well. And then I'm so sorry, I can't go back to that other style, otherwise you guys can't see. So then we have our spa. That's the only area in the entire property that hasn't been renovated. Then you see our fitness room with the gorgeous views of Assay Hill and then of our pool area, all brand new equipment, Peloton bikes. So the what's new, that was me going back to Juliana Castro, who is fluent in Spanish and Portuguese as well. And so she handles all of your booking needs. And then once the reservation has been booked for your client, she can start putting together a detailed itinerary in terms of activities and all that good stuff. Very family friendly in terms of the different activities for children in the area. And then getting back to our rooms here. I'm so sorry about that too. So let's see. Everything again from a studio residence, which occupies or can accommodate up to 2 people, up to a 4-bedroom suite. And we're also the only full service hotel in Snowmass that is 3 and 4-bedroom style units. Any of the other options within the area that have units of that size will be condo style hotels, rooms, if you will. So they won't have the full service in-room dining 24 hours a day, the on-property restaurants, all that good stuff, your concierge. Here's that new decor package that I was referring to after we did our room refresh as of last winter. And then we get into the penthouse, 3-bedroom penthouses. We now have 2 of these actually, whereas before we actually only had 1. So that's nice. Now we have 2 different options in terms of the 3-bedroom penthouse that has that more elevated decor over the other 3-bedroom options. And that's not to discredit the other 3-bedroom options that we have either. And then we get into just the COVID policies, just to quickly touch on that and everything that we are doing to show that we're just being mindful of everything that's going on. There are plexiglass at every front desk or any kind of guest interaction area, whether you're in Toro. Pools and hot tubs fitness center, all will be open. They just are limited to a certain amount of occupancy, and that's per actually the county. So we're not in control of that, but we're abiding by all of that. Elevators as well. We are only letting 1 family at a time utilize the elevators. Just elevator etiquette. And then our housekeeping team, we're maintaining also to a occupancy of less than 50% for the hotel. That's as of right now, so that could be subject to change, of course, for next winter. And then valet, we used to be valet only, but we will now have self-parking options. And then Toro, Cafe V, Nest, all of those things where we're just monitoring the occupancy within those dining outlets. But any questions for me at this time? I know that we're going to be doing a later presentation or Q&A portion. But thank you guys so much for your time. And I do hope that I'll be able to come down and visit and see all of y'all face to face soon. Thank you so much.
Okay, hello. Let me pull up my screen here. Here we go. Okay, so you've had some deep dish pizza in Chicago. You went out to Colorado and you hit the slopes. So now you're coming out east to Washington, D.C. Welcome. We are very excited. We have 2 hotels that are part of the Viceroy collection that will be opening in Washington later this summer. We have Viceroy Washington, D.C., and then we have Hotel Zena. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about both of those. But very similarly to what David mentioned, Viceroy is very, very good at really embracing our locations. And a very big part of Viceroy Washington, D.C. is asking you to discover our district. Washington is known for many things, a lot of politics, the incredible museums. We are in such a fantastic neighborhood within Washington that really allows you to discover another side of DC. And you have easy access to everything that you already know about Washington, but now we're asking you to discover a little bit more. So we're gonna pull through here. Oh, maybe. There we go. Okay, introducing you quickly to Viceroy DC. If you're familiar with the city, wonderful. If not, not to worry. Washington is a very small city. It's not huge. It's very walkable and easy to get around. So this is our location here in the middle of the map. And just to give you a point of reference, right here is the White House. So we're very close, very easy to walk from our hotel to the White House. And down here is where you get into all the Smithsonian museums and all of these great monuments and these beautiful memorials. And then, like I said, we're kind of in our own neighborhood up here. So you can access all of these things, and any of your guests can very easily walk to those locations. However, we want you to play in that area by day and experience all of those pieces of Washington by day, and then feel like a local when you spend time back here in the evenings. We're right along what's called the 14th Street corridor. 14th Street is this incredible spot, really kind of a main road through the center of DC. And very recently, within the last 6 to 7 years, 14th Street has just grown so much. So many new restaurants, shopping, some really great nightlife options, and we're really right here in the thick of it. You also have easy access to DuPont Circle, which is another noted location in Washington. And again, all of this being very, very easily walkable. However, we do have easy access to 3 different metro stations as well. So if you prefer to take the subway and have that option, you have that as well. Just to give you a little bit more insight on our location, we're very near U Street in Washington. And U Street was known in the day as the Broadway of Washington, DC. This is where all of your live music happened. And what's great is that it still happens there today. Some jazz legends were born on U Street in Washington, DC. Duke Ellington, Billy Eckstine, all of these incredible names that are known here in Washington and around the world for their jazz talents. They really started here. So you have this incredible eclectic neighborhood where you can go to Ben's Chili Bowl, which is here in the middle, which I think every president in the last 40 years has been to. Amazing, amazing chili. And you can go see live music and you can experience this really incredible neighborhood of Washington. To give you another perspective, this picture right here with all of these beautiful brownstones, that's our street. So we're located right on this street, and you feel like you are a part of this creative and eclectic neighborhood in Washington. You have park space nearby where you can get out and walk and experience part of that piece of the city. There's incredible shopping, like I mentioned, and it's both names that you know from around the globe, but also a lot of local shops that are very specific only to Washington, DC. And we love that. So you get something a little bit different. And then down here, just an example, again, some really incredible nightlife and restaurant options in the area. Some wonderful outdoor dining options as well, which the weather has been so incredible here that that's been a very, very popular spot. Now into the hotel. Viceroy DC, again, we will be opening in a couple of months. So right now I have mostly just renderings, but I have to tell you, the space looks exactly like you see here. And if possible, it's even more beautiful in person. This is our salon area, and this is just off of the lobby space, and it's just off of our meeting space. So this is really meant to be a gathering spot. We want people to hang out, have a cocktail, start your day here, chatting with friends, getting to know people. This is also an area where we will see some activation, and we will be welcoming local artists, both visual artists and otherwise, to come and share their talent in our space as we celebrate that creative vibe that makes our city so special. Then just off of that space, this is our main lobby and gallery area. Again, you see that we've got a lot of artwork throughout here, and that artwork will be celebrating our local neighborhood as well. And again, just some really great gathering space to just relax, unwind. Up here on the top left is our restaurant space. This is called Dovetail. And Dovetail will really specialize in local flavors, local recipes, small plates, and just a great casual but elevated vibe. You can't see it, unfortunately, in this photo, but just off of the restaurant here outside, we have a beautiful patio space. Absolutely huge, great area. And part of it, half of that patio, has a roof that will close, and we can have it open when the weather is nice, but we can close it off if there is a little bit of rain or inclement weather, and that way people can still enjoy the outdoors. In addition, this is BPM, which is our coffee and wine bar. So you can grab a latte in the morning, grab a quick breakfast to go, and come back in the afternoon, grab a glass of wine and chat with your friends about the day that you had and all of the sights that you saw in Washington. And of course, our rooftop area. So this is called Hush, and the rooftop space has this big, beautiful pool for lounging and relaxing. And then of course, there's a bar area up here as well, and also specializes in smoothies and some great drinks to get the morning started after you do a yoga session on the rooftop. Certainly not least, but last, these are our guest rooms. So to give you a quick idea of what they look like, these have just been completely refurbished, and these are actual photos. Our guest rooms, we have 178 in total, and they are very, very large for where we're located. The building was originally built as condominiums. So the rooms themselves are very large, very spacious, and you have options for suites. You also have options to connect guest rooms. So if you wanted one king bed connecting to a room that has 2 beds, you have that as well. And now we're moving into Hotel Zena. Zena is part of the Viceroy Urban Retreats collection. And what's incredible about these hotels is that they each have a story that they tell. And Zena's story is the story of celebrating female empowerment. So we are here to pay honor and pay tribute to strong females and to the timeline and the path that women have taken to get to where we are today. So give you a little bit of insight here. Very, very similarly to what we saw earlier, this location in downtown DC is just a few blocks away from the other Viceroy property. So again, you have that very easy metro access. You have very easy access to the mall, to the museums, and the Smithsonian museums. There are 17 different Smithsonian museums in the city, and every single one of them is free. So that's a really great benefit of coming to the city as well. You have these incredible museums with a little bit of everything, and they're all complimentary for guests to enter. Talking a little bit more to Zena and to Zena's story. Again, we are here to celebrate fierce and strong women. We do it in a very inclusive way, and we are here to celebrate that forward thinker and that inclusion of all people, all races, all preferences, absolutely everybody. And we do it in a way that there is artwork, there is design, and there are different focal points throughout the hotel that make you stop and think. And it's this incredible feeling to see this bold statement in this hotel and start a conversation and start that forward thinking and that progressive thinking. We will also have a beautiful gear shed for all guests at the hotel. And that's a place where they can go to rent all kinds of great things to enhance their stay. If they wanted to rent a camera, a bicycle, some type of a gaming device. All of these great pieces to just really enhance the stay while they're here. That's something that we encourage. This is our lobby space and into the bar space for Zena. This wall is a separator, it's a divider, but it does go away. So this can be completely open, or we can have private events back here. This is a huge mural to Ruth Bader Ginsburg, which is very exciting, and it's going to be very cool. It's huge. And then just some more imagery of the hotel lobby space. It's a little difficult to tell, but over here within the front desk, this is a glass case where the front desk is. It's full of stiletto heels. So it's this beautiful art piece that's done with all of these fun, vibrant stiletto heels. You've got some great, again, hangout space up in this area, a pool table, again, just really great gathering space because we want that opportunity for guests to come in and see this beautiful concept and talk and have those conversations. A shot of our guest rooms. We have 191 guest rooms in total, and we have a great mix, total of 17 suites out of that 191 guest rooms, but a great mix too of both single beds and then 2 double beds, or excuse me, 2 queen beds. So again, if families are traveling together, that makes it very easy as well. This is just a very comforting type of guest room. The design was intended to be very nurturing and very soft, and yes, feminine, but just very inviting. There is a mural of the goddess Athena that's on the showers here as well. And just a very different, clean and comfortable vibe. This is our Zena suite. It is our largest suite in the hotel, and it's about 1,200 square feet. So a very large area. You can also have another guest room connecting with multiple beds. But again, you can see here, you've got this great dining space, this great living space, very incredible and detailed and thought through artwork, and then this bed area as well. And what hotel in Washington would be complete without a rooftop? This is the rooftop at Zena. This is called Hetty's, and it's named for Hedy Lamarr, who was an actress. And she was a very forward-thinking individual. She was beautiful, she was talented, but she was brilliant, and she was an inventor and really helped to design and create what we use as internet access today. So just a great, strong woman who we wanted to name this space after. And similarly to Viceroy DC, you have this beautiful pool deck, large cabanas where you can relax and hang out. And then you've got also this bar space and lounge space where you can take advantage of having a cocktail and looking over our beautiful city. And that's Viceroy in Washington, DC.
Thanks, Kate. Elizabeth will do again the presentation, the beginning, just to make sure that everyone can hear and see. Of
course. Beginning here, 4 different mountains. One lift ticket, 4 different mountains. So Snowmass has more terrain. Okay. Can we see that now? Has more terrain than the other 3 mountains combined. Aspen is actually a pretty difficult mountain. So if people do stay in Aspen proper, especially if they are a family traveling to the area and they have children that are going to be going to the children's ski school, if they stay in Aspen proper, they'll be putting their child on a bus every single day to go ski either Buttermilk or Snowmass. So they will not be skiing on the same mountain as their children if they're staying in Aspen proper versus staying on Aspen or staying on Snowmass Mountain, which is where we are located. So the property did go through a full renovation since last year was our 10-year anniversary. So this is our entry lobby area. I have 3 different dining outlets, cafes. So I'm so sorry, I don't know what's wrong. So this is our lobby, right as you walk in. You have this full fireplace right as you walk in. It's gorgeous, very warm. You've got the copper behind it. This is Cafe V, which serves grab-and-go breakfast items if they don't want to take advantage of the full sit-down breakfast buffet within Toro. And then you have grab-and-go pastries out of Cafe V as well. So this is the Toro Lounge and Bar, where we have après-ski 3 days a week with live music. You can see the bar here in the background. It's a Richard Sandoval concept restaurant. So it's a pan-Asian Latin-style cuisine for dinner, but then the full breakfast buffet is everything from a charcuterie to an omelet station. So truly full service in that regard as well. And so this is where we get into our base village, which was a $600 million project. This ideally essentially was a dirt parking lot before the buildup of the area. And we are just on the other side of these buildings here, barely a 5-minute walk from our front door to this area where you have the live music going on every single day. Over here is the huge Discovery and Kids Game Center, brand new restaurants. It just has a completely different vibe. And so we kind of bring the luxury of Aspen to this brand new kind of base village area within Snowmass, which truly is the more superior mountain to ski out of the 4 mountains with all the additional terrain that it does have. And then this is Nest. You can just kind of cut me off here in terms of at what point you want me to keep going through the presentation. So we are ski and ski out off of Snowmass, which is the Assay Hill Run. So this is your lift right here. So you can see how close we are. They literally buckle under their boots and then they ski down maybe 2 minutes, not even, and then they're already on the Assay Hill slope here, right here, that lift. This is Nest, our 3rd dining outlet, your more casual dining options from burgers, grab-and-go items, hummus, chips and salsa. And then over here, you have 2 18-people infinity hot tubs with 180-degree views of all of Base Village and Snowmass area. It's just extraordinary, the view from there. Then our full-service ski valet that I was referring to earlier, that is affiliated with the skiing company. So what's really nice about that is you purchase their rentals prior to their arrival. They head downstairs, we warm their boots for them, and literally assist them in getting into their boots the next morning. However, if they go ski the next morning and they decide they still want to take lessons, maybe they didn't originally purchase that, or they want to switch out their rentals, all of that, since it's affiliated with the skiing company, can all be done on property, which is really nice. So they just put on their slippers, head downstairs, and we also do have a shop down there too. So if they forget their gloves, they forget a helmet, goggles, everything is located down on that 3rd floor, which is our ski and ski out floor. And then our full service spa, about 8 different treatment rooms. We're actually the only full service spa within Snowmass as well. And then you have our newly renovated fitness center. It actually used to be downstairs in a fully enclosed space. That fully enclosed space is now a yoga room, and we do provide daily yoga classes within that room downstairs as well. But now we brought the fitness center upstairs to the 3rd floor, the ski and ski out floor. So it now has these amazing views of the slopes and as well as the pool as well. And then that's when I get into Juliana too, truly full service. She's also fluent in Spanish and Portuguese. So she would assist you in finding the right room type and promotion for your clients. And then after that, she's also your point of contact for concierge services and building that itinerary for the clients once their room has been booked. So you got a one-stop shop with Juliana, who's actually also been with Viceroy now about 7 years. So very familiar with the area and the property itself too. So she's a great resource. And then also too, just the difference again between Snowmass and Aspen in terms of the different family-friendly activities with the new Discovery Center and then the kids game room that I was kind of showing you in that rendering before, right next to the ice skating rink. That's just about 5 minutes from our front door. And then of course the Treehouse, which is the children's ski school. Because again, Aspen Mountain itself does not have a children's ski school located on that mountain, since it is a more difficult mountain. So the children's ski school is only located on either Buttermilk or on Snowmass itself. And then the on-mountain activities too, about half of these activities are still actually available during the winter time too. So your coaster, that's a huge hit. Uller Nights, that happens every Friday night. It's an on-mountain restaurant, and it's right next to this activity center that they built up, I want to say last summer is when they fully debuted the brand new adventure center that was on mountain. So you have all these additional kid activities that are going on mountain as well, that are also accessible in the evening when you have nights like Uller nights, which are just kind of your family-friendly nights. Your parents can eat and drink, have cocktails while the kids are tubing and riding the coaster and all of that fun stuff. And then we get into our units, again, which were fully renovated and completed as of last winter. So I have a studio residence to a 4-bedroom suite available. And we're the only full service hotel too that has units that are in the 3 and 4-bedroom category. Otherwise, they'll be staying in condo style units without the full service aspects of your valet, your in-room dining, laundry services, all that good stuff. All of our units are 1 bedrooms and up. We'll also have a washer, dryer, and a balcony. And then an efficiency style kitchen in all of our units, which is a 2-burner range microwave standing refrigerator. But then the 2 bedrooms and up, you start to have a full kitchen, and then your dining room table for 6 as well. So we can pre-stock their fridge for them prior to arrival, even though we do provide complimentary transfers throughout Snowmass. And there is a grocery store just across the way. So if that's something that they want to do once they get here, we can help them with that as well, drop them off, and then literally help them with their groceries back up to their room. And our 3-bedroom penthouse unit as well. Any questions?
Hello. Yes, perfect. Actually, we have everything with those Viceroys. We have culture, we have nature, and lifestyle, everything. Thank you, girls. David had to leave. First question, we have, actually, we are running out of time, but we have a question actually to Elizabeth now. This is a question from my dear friend, Marcia from Tourist VP. Thank you very much, Marcia. Elizabeth, can you mention the location of the hotel comparing with Snowmass and also with Aspen City?
Yes, absolutely. So getting into Aspen from our hotel, it's about a 15-minute drive from our front door to Aspen proper. And there's a complimentary bus that runs every 15 minutes from our front door to various locations throughout Aspen. And again, that's complimentary, or you have private transportation with us. That is $65 each way. In terms of where we're located in Snowmass, if you look at a map of the Snowmass ski area, we're ski and ski out off of Assay Hill Lift, which is the bottommost center lift if you're looking at a map. And then that's also too, since we're just across the street from Base Village, you'll see us the bottommost center, and just to the right side of us will be that Base Village area that is less than a 5-minute walk from our front door.
Perfect. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Yeah,
and then,
of course.
The other question from Brazilian market, I think I'm going to ask for both of you to answer, first Kate and then Elizabeth. It was a general question, of course. What will be the procedures and the new procedures after COVID and sanitary policies after COVID in both hotels? You can answer starting from Kate, please.
Certainly, definitely. And it's a very hot topic right now, and we're all talking about it, and we're all wanting to make sure that we are doing the absolute best that we can to keep every guest and every associate very safe. So some of the new measures that we're implementing as a company, but then also in DC specifically, are temperature checks upon arrival. For all of our associates who are coming into the hotel, who are coming into work, we will be checking their temperatures as well. There will be masks worn in all public areas. We will have easy access to hand sanitizer. We will have additional cleaning crews that will be throughout the hotel, checking all contact surfaces, checking all furnishings, all of the areas of the hotel. It's never been, hotels in general are kept very clean, but we're elevating it and we want to take it to that next level. We do want to have signage in place as well to remind people that social distancing is appropriate to ask people to be mindful of that. And our food options will look a little bit different as well. Menus will be either electronic or they will be paper, and they will be single-use menus. And just making sure that in the guest room areas as well, as a guest goes into a room, there will be a seal showing them that that room has been cleaned, it has been sanitized, and they are now the first to enter that room after it has been cleaned and sanitized. There will be a minimum of 24 hours in between guest stays. So that allows us a much more thorough opportunity to go in and very deeply clean and sanitize these rooms. And again, speaking to Washington, D.C., we will continue to abide by the guidelines of the CDC. So we will make sure that whatever they come out with and say, if it's gatherings of less than 50, if it's gatherings of less than 200, those are the rules that we will also abide by to make sure everybody is safe.
Perfect.
Yes, and just to go off of that, I think it's a lot of similar Viceroy standards kind of blanketed across the company itself. I do think the biggest piece to speak of, just going on top of what Kate was saying, is blocking out those units for 24 to 48 hours between the usage, and then seeing that seal right as the guest walks into the door, knowing that nobody has been inside that unit for the duration of 24 to 48 hours, and it's been extensively cleaned between the last guest and between their entrance. Yeah, and then just you have partitions up between any guest-facing contact areas, whether it's front desk. And we also are now utilizing a system where instead of having to maybe go down to front desk and put in a request for daily turn down with housekeepings, we're making sure that that is something that you book in advance so that the housekeepers, when they walk in, the guests won't be in the unit, and that there's no confusion around that as well. So at least 24 hours in advance, you book the time frame in which you would like to receive your house cleaning services to ensure that our staff feel safe as well as your guests, so that they're outside the room and they can work their magic, and then it'll be clean once they get back into the unit itself too. And then all of that too will now be able to be requested through an app on their phone, so they don't have to head downstairs and speak to front desk or even call down to them. They can actually just text us, essentially arrange for that time period, and then we'll make sure that we're at their door at that time that they have requested the cleaning services. Yeah.
Ok, perfect. Thank you very much, girls. Bom, gente, eu vou pedir para cada um de nós encerrar. Vou encerrar aqui no Mercado Brasileiro. Muito obrigada pela audiência. Thank you, girls, for everything. Espero que vocês tenham aproveitado e que vocês tenham mais perguntas e mais vendas para esses hotéis maravilhosos Viceroy. Maurício.
Hello.
There it is.
Hello. Okay. Finally. Okay. I will start playing some music. I'm a DJ actually, you know, but no, anyway, I've been, we have the same questions that Licia did from our markets, but while you were doing the presentation, I've been chatting with some of the travel agents that they were attending, like Victor Catania from Ricale in Argentina. He mentioned that he has been in March in Snowmass, and he took the last flight coming back to Argentina. He loved the hotel.
I'm so glad.
So the only thing that we are reading is positive things about both hotels. Maria Daza from Colombia, she wrote to me from Kiboko saying that she loved the Washington properties. So, and they are asking for more presentations, you know, more Viceroy hotels. So we thank you really very much. Elizabeth, next time, you know that you have time, so you can speak slower.
Yes, I will be sure to speak more slowly.
Again, thank you.
I am
very
so
much.
sorry for that.
No, don't worry. I've been translating everything. No, no way.
Thank you. Oh, okay. I was like, wow, good for you.
Y bueno, and I will say now, gracias a todos los que participaron de nuestros mercados, realmente el tiempo que nos dieron para poder hacer esta presentación, y esperemos seguir en contacto con otros clientes y otros hoteles. Thank you again. Thank you,
Thank
Lisha. Thank you,
you.
Fernanda.
Obrigada.
Awesome.
Ciao.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.